Auroras have fascinated people with their mesmerizing dances in the sky for millennia, but with modern technology, we've begun to understand their real power and impact. A team led by Dr. Denny Oliveira at NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center discovered that auroras and geomagnetically induced currents stem from the same space weather drivers. Dr. Oliveira says, auroras are a visual warning that electric currents in space can create geomagnetically induced currents on Earth. So, how do auroras form? When particles ejected from the sun hit Earth's magnetic field, or when interplanetary shocks compress our magnetic field, geomagnetic storms occur. These shocks also produce geomagnetically induced currents that can damage our electrical infrastructure. The storm in May 2024 was the strongest geomagnetic storm in the last 20 years, causing the auroral zone to expand significantly. Normally around 70 degrees, the auroral boundary dropped to 40 degrees or even further south during this extreme event. Stronger interplanetary shocks mean stronger currents and auroras, but frequent, less intense shocks can also cause damage. Dr. Oliveira notes, in March 1989, a severe geomagnetic storm caused Canada's Hydro-Quebec system to shut down for about 9 hours, leaving millions without power. And what about weaker, more frequent shocks? Over time, they can pose a significant threat to ground conductors. Scientists believe the angle of interplanetary shocks can compress the magnetic field more, creating stronger currents. They studied the effects of shocks at different angles and times of day, using interplanetary magnetic field and solar wind data to calculate these shocks' properties. The results? More shock fronts produce higher geomagnetic currents, both right after the shock and during substorms, especially around magnetic midnight when the North Pole is between the Sun and Mensela. Since scientists can predict these shock angles up to 2 hours before impact, this info gives us a chance to protect power grids and other infrastructure. Dr. Oliveira says, if power grid operators manage a few specific circuits when a shock warning is issued, it could extend their equipment's lifespan. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. See you in the next video.